Insurance fraud in the UK costs more than £1.2 billion a year. That's more than £3 million a day. On Claimed and Shamed, we always deliver jaw-dropping moments showing insurance cheats caught in the act. From tricksters tripped up on camera to rogues undone in recorded telephone calls, we celebrate seeing these scams stop dead in their tracks. And it's especially satisfying seeing the chancers get their comeuppance when it's taxpayers' money on the line. They do say that diamonds are a girl's best friend. There's a special magic about a real sparkler. And if you lose yours, it can be heartbreaking. Few places are scam-free, even the UK's most secure sites with wall-to-wall surveillance, and that includes Britain's 132 prisons. You'd think, given their circumstances, the inmates would keep their noses clean. But for some, the temptation to have a go at making fraudulent claims is simply too hard to resist. Count yourself lucky if you've never witnessed or been involved in a road traffic accident. At worst, they can be life-threatening. But thankfully, most involve minor prangs and scrapes. Tricksters often exploit even the smallest of bumps to make big injury claims, sometimes when they weren't even there. Here at Claimed and Shamed, we see our fair share of extreme fraud cases which have serious consequences. But our next story, which takes us to the United States, was particularly tragic when one claimant's attempt to cash in on his home insurance went terribly wrong. Another shocking case of deception and a timely reminder that we all need to remain vigilant to the scourge of insurance fraud, from chancers exaggerating injury to criminal gangs engineering crashes for cash. These tricksters hit us all in the pocket. Every year, insurers lose millions to these scams, and it's you, the policyholder, who ends up paying the price in hikes to your premiums. But the sheer number of thieves caught in the act sends a clear message to anyone thinking about cheating the system. They claimed, but now they're shamed. Having cold, hard evidence, such as purchase receipts or valuations, can help fast-track insurance claims if you're unfortunate enough to have valuables lost or stolen. Our next case features an apparently unlucky commuter who seemed to have all of his paperwork in order. But when insurers dug a little deeper, his whole claim was put into jeopardy. The nighttime economy is one of the UK's biggest industries, and it's vital that clubs and bars are fully insured to protect their valued customers. But intoxicated revellers, best beware. Trying to make a questionable claim for dodgy dance floor injuries means that you risk being caught out by the CCTV cameras hidden in every corner of the nightclub. Insurance cheats are pretty good at spinning a yarn, but as any fraud hunter knows, the more you spin, the harder it is to keep your facts straight. Whilst most homeowners have 1 or 2 television sets, our next claimant had a grand total of 5. And as his story behind what happened to his tellies grew taller and taller, the more his unusual tale unravelled. But little did he realise that when it comes to outlandish claims, insurers are guaranteed to eventually sniff you out. Disaster can strike at any time, but as we often see on Claimed and Shamed, having insurance can cushion the blow. So when student accommodation went up in flames, residents knew that claiming for lost possessions would be of some comfort. Insurers raced to help, but soon discovered that some undergraduates saw the fire as a golden opportunity to cheat their way to making easy money. To detect and deter fraud isn't cheap. Insurers invest £250 million a year to uncover fraudsters and chancers. They may even go down the costly road of paying for surveillance to catch them out. Get caught though, and there's a cost for fraudsters too. A prison cell with your name on it, as this next claimant was soon to discover. From chancers exaggerating injury claims to organised crime gangs targeting big payouts, insurance fraud hits us all in the pocket. But the sheer number of cheats caught through the dogged work of investigators sends a clear message to anyone thinking about scamming insurers. They claimed, but now they're shamed. Today, we're looking at insurance claimants who have been faking it, be it a fake slip, a false date for a burglary, a phantom thief, or invented injuries. Our first story is the case of a man who took a tumble in a shop. Nothing unusual about that. But the task for the insurance investigators was to determine whether the slip was genuine, or rather, an elaborate staged event for the purpose of making a fraudulent insurance claim. Next, holidays. They should be an opportunity to forget about the stresses and strains of life. So the last thing we want when we get there is to become a target for thieves. For the 20% who choose to go abroad without travel insurance, a theft will leave a big dent in their spending money. And some holidaymakers resort to changing the facts to recoup what's been stolen. Personal injury insurance provides much needed support to those who are unlucky enough to suffer accidents. Often the claims are made following accidents in public places, like shops, as we saw earlier. Our next case was a mishap in an office, which went on to become an £800,000 claim. While most injury claims are genuine, sadly, for some, it's an opportunity to embellish the truth to receive a generous payout. We've heard a lot about faking it on this episode of Claimed and Shamed, and this next case takes deception to new levels. Car insurance is supposed to be there to protect the UK's 30 million motorists, but our next claimant tried to take advantage of his car insurance to cash in on a theft that never happened. As we've seen, some people will go to great lengths to try to mislead insurance investigators and secure a big payout. But anti-fraud teams are uncovering 1,300 fake claims a day, and our next claimant was one of those who was caught out. Rather than making him money, his dishonesty left him owing thousands of pounds to his insurer. Another shocking case of deception and a timely reminder that we all need to remain vigilant to the scourge of insurance fraud. From chancers exaggerating injury to criminal gangs engineering crashes for cash, these tricksters hit us all in the pocket. Every year, insurers lose millions to these scams, and it's you, the policyholder, who ends up paying the price in hikes to your premiums. But the sheer number of thieves caught in the act sends a clear message to anyone thinking about cheating the system. They claimed, but now they're shamed.